This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last class, we have seen about the operators. We have seen about typecasting and scanner class, right?
Yeah.
Right. Hello, Manideep.
Yeah, hi Raj.
Yeah, hi. Hello, Soumya.
Hello, Raj.
Yeah, hi, Soumya. So you got the recordings of previous class?
Yeah, I have just seen today.
Okay. So you are in some background of Java before?
Yeah, during my bachelor's time, I was into the Java.
Okay. Yeah. So just to go through the recordings, the next 2 days. Okay, the next class will be on Monday only. So you'll have some time to go through that. And any questions you can put me through mail, or you can even ask on Monday also. Okay, Soumya.
Sure, thank you.
Right. So in the last class, we have seen about typecasting and we discussed about scanner class. The main use of scanner class is to take input from keyboard into the Java variables. Whenever you want to accept some data from user end, then we make use of scanner class. So today also we'll be seeing some examples using scanner class. So today our objective is to go with the 2 topics. First one is operators, and after that we'll go with if statement today. So let us go with operators initially. The meaning of operators are like plus, minus, greater than, less than. These symbols only we call them as operators, and divided into some categories like arithmetic operators like plus, minus, hyphen symbol, asterisk symbol, star, slash, and percentile. This percentile we call it as modulus operator, and it is mainly used to give the remainder. Okay. We are in the next type of operators like relational operators. The relational operators are like greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, and not equal. The last one is not equal. The next one, logical operators. They are and, 2 and symbols we call it as and, 2 pipe symbols we call it as or, and exclamation is not. Then the next one, assignment operators. Assignment operators are like equal to, plus equal to, slash equal to, star equal to, slash equal to, mod equal to. Then the next one, conditional operator, which is only one question mark, and even we call it as ternary operator. The next one, increment and decrement operators, which is plus plus and minus minus. Now let us see about these all operators in detail now. Let us initially start off with arithmetic operators. So in this, plus means addition, minus hyphen symbol is your subtraction, asterisk is for multiplication, slash is for division, and percentile, this is we call it as modulus, mainly to give the remainder. In this addition, subtraction, multiplication, we won't have any confusion, but some people will have confusion with the slash and modulus. Like example, if you take 5 slash 2, what is the result when we say 5 by 2?
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5, and some people will say the answer is 2. But remember, if the numerator is integer, and denominator is also integer, then we have to say the result as 2. That means it takes quotient. It will take the quotient. And when we say 5 mod 2, when we divide 5 with 2, what is the remainder? 1. So when the numerator is integer, denominator is integer, then we have to go with quotient when we use slash. And when we say mod, we have to take the remainder. Now, If the numerator is fraction part, then you can take the result as 2.5. If the denominator is fraction part, then you can take the result as 2.5. If both are fraction part, numerator and denominator, then we can take the result as 2.5. Got it, everyone?
Yeah.
Right.
Marijuana, they're all toxic. Brian, I know some of you here don't want to think marijuana or alcohol toxic.
Now, the next one, relational operators. The use of relational operators is use it to form the conditions. Use it for what purpose? To form the conditions. Conditions means comparisons. Comparisons means comparing one value with another value. Like example, if you take a variable age whose value is 10. Now we want to compare whether the value of age is less than or equal to 20. So this comparison only we call it as condition. So in this example, is this condition true or false?
Yes.
True, right? It's a true condition. That is 10 less than or equal to 20. It's a true condition. So always remember, a condition can be either true or false, but it cannot be both. So remember the point. A condition can be either true or false, but not both. Now if you write the code like this, age double equal to 10, single equal to means assignment, means 10 will go and store into age variable, and double equal to is like comparison. It will check whether the value of age is equal to 10 or not. So whenever you want to do comparison, we have to use double equal to here for equality. So checks for equality. The next one, logical operators. The use of logical operators is used to join the conditions. What is the use of logical operators? To join the conditions. Like example, let us suppose we are accepting marks in 3 subjects like mark 1, mark 2 and mark 3. If every mark is greater than or equal to 40, we'll say the result is pass. Then how will you form the condition? Mark 1 greater than or equal to 40, mark 2 greater than or equal to 40, mark 3 greater than or equal to 40. So when we want to ensure that all 3 conditions should be true, then we join the conditions with AND symbol. We have to join the conditions with what? AND. So when we join the conditions with AND, if all conditions are true, then only the entire condition will be true. Then we'll set the result value as pass. Now, if you get any 1 mark less than 40, if you get any 1 mark less than 40, the result is fail. Then I will form condition M1 less than 40, then M2 less than 40 and M3 less than 40. Anyone means we have to join with OR symbol, pipe symbol, 2 pipe symbols. Then when you join with OR, if one condition also true, the entire condition will be true, then we'll say the result value as fail. Means in case of AND, all conditions should be true. All conditions should be true. In case of OR, any one condition can be true. Then what about not? Not is like negation, means if the condition is true, it makes it as false. False means true. The next one, assignment operators. Even we call it as shortcut or shorthand operators. Like example, if you take a variable x equal to 5, and if you write the expression x equal to x plus 5, we call this one as expression. After this expression, what is the value of x will be?
10.
The value of x will be what here?
10.
Right? How it writes internally? 5 plus 5, the value of x will be 10. Now, the same expression we can write using shorthand like this. Using shorthand, how to write is, if there is same variable before equal to and after equal to. If there is same variable before equal to and after equal to, you write that variable only one time. And what is the operator we are using here? Plus. Then you replace with plus equal to. You write it as plus equal to and say 5. Both the meanings are same. Either we can use this expression in your program, or we can even use this expression in the program. One more example. If you take a variable y equal to 10, and if you write the expression y equal to y into 20, then what's the value of y after this expression?
200.
200, right? How it writes? 10 into 20, 200. Then how to write using shorthand? Anyone? How to write using shorthand?
Y star equal to 20.
Right. Y star equal to 20. Y, take y only one time, and what is the symbol we have used here? Star equal to 20. This one we should write. This 20 we should write here. The next one, conditional operator. Even we call it as ternary operator. Let me elaborate with the syntax. The syntax of conditional operator is, it is used to check a condition. It is used to check what? A condition. Then we go with question mark. Then expression 1 colon expression 2. Now in this, if the condition is true, it will execute expression 1. It will go to what? Expression 1. If the condition is false, it will go to expression 2. So it is used to check a condition, and if the condition is true, it will execute expression 1, else it will execute expression 2. Let me document. It is used to check a condition, and if the condition is true, it will execute expression 1. Else, if the condition is false, it will execute expression 2. Let me elaborate with the example. If you take two numbers like n1 equal to 10 and n2 equal to 5, out of these two numbers, we want to know which is big. Then we have to compare. So you can take a variable big equal to, start comparing. If the value of n1 greater than n2, if the value of n1 is greater than n2, then question mark. If the condition is true, we will give n1 value to big, else colon n2 value to big. Now if you print the big value, SOP means system.out.println, use it to display the value of variable on screen. So the value of big will be what here? 10 greater than 5, true. Then n1 value will go and store into big, then the value of big it prints as 10. If you take the same example, and if you take n2 as 15, the condition is false, 10 greater than 15 false, then n2 value will go and store into big, then the value of big it prints it as 15 here. Got it everyone? Clear?
Yes.
Soumya, you are able to understand, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Now, the last one, increment and decrement operators. In this, increment means plus plus. When we use plus plus, value of variable is incremented by 1. And when we say decrement, minus minus, value of variable is decremented by 1. Like example, if you take a variable x equal to 5 and when we write x plus plus, now if you print the value of x, then the value of x will be 6, one value more. If you take a variable x equal to 5 and if you write x minus minus, now if you print the value of x, then the value of x will be 4. Plus plus means incremented by 1, minus minus means decremented by 1. Then we are having two types of increments and decrements. They are pre and post. Means pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement. Now let us see the difference between pre and post using a table. Pre by post. So this side is pre and this side is post. Now if you take an example like int x equal to 5 and when we use plus plus operator before variable, when we use plus plus operator before variable, we call it as pre. Now if you print the value of x, SOP means system.out.println to display message and value of variable. So I'm keeping message in double quotes. So whatever we keep in double quotes, that will get printed as it is, and the joining symbol between message and variable is plus, concatenation symbol, and the variable name x. Now how the output will come here is, it will say x equal to 6. So when we say plus plus x, the value of x will get incremented by 1, and when you are printing x, it's going to print 6 here. Now if you take a variable x equal to 5 and if you write x plus plus, if we use plus plus operator after variable, then we call it as post. Now if you print the value of x equal to the value of x, in this case also the output will be x equal to 6 only. Either you say plus plus x or x plus plus, both the cases the value of x will get incremented by 1. Then when the difference comes, let us understand with another example. If you take a variable int x equal to 5 and if you write the expression y equal to plus plus x, now we are writing y equal to plus plus x, means we are assigning plus plus x to some other variable. Now if you print the value of x and y, see how I am printing x equal to in double quotes the value of x, then space between the values, the joining symbol between message and message is same, concatenation symbol plus, then y equal to in double quotes, then the value of y. Then how the output will come is, it will print x equal to as it is, then the value of x, which will be 6 here, then some space between the values, y equal to in double quotes as it is, then the value of y also will be 6 only. I'll explain how it comes and how to remember. Coming to post, if you take x equal to 5 and if you write y equal to x plus plus, now if you print the value of x and y, then the output will be, in this case, x equal to, it will be 6 but y will be 5. In the case of pre, y is 6, but in the case of post, y is 5. How to remember this? How the flow goes here? How to remember is, pre means what? Before. Pre means before. So the first step will be increment. I'm writing the number for your reference. The first step will be increment operation. So once we say plus plus x, the value of x will become 6. Then that 6 is given to y. So second step is assignment here. In the case of pre, first step is increment. In the case of pre, first step is increment. and the second step is assignment. That's the reason y is what 6 here. Coming to post. Post means after, later. So first step is assignment here, reverse way. First it will take the value of x and that x value is given to y. First the value of x is given to y. That's the reason y is 5 here. So first step goes with assignment. Then second step goes with increment. Second step will be increment. Clear everyone? The difference between pre and post?
Yes.
Right? One more example. If you take x equal to 5 and directly in SOP I'm writing x equal to in double quotes, then plus x. Then what will be the output? X equal to
6.
what will be the output? 6, right? First increment, then print. First it will do increment operation, then it's going to print. Then coming to post, x equal to 5, and in SOP if you write x equal to in double quotes, and here if you write x plus plus, then what will be the output? X equal to
5.
First it will do print operation. First it's going to print the value of x. After that goes with increment. Right? Clear everyone about operators? Any questions?
So like, yeah, I have one question.
Yes, Rajdeep.
Yeah, like if you write in a different line, like the x plus plus, then and if you print the same variable, then the output will be same, right? Like in the first example.
Yeah, right.
Okay, but if you directly print the particular variable with the increment, then it will
Then the
perform.
difference.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So that's about operators, and I'll be making use of these operators in our programming now. Okay. So when you know which operator is for what purpose, then only I can use these operators in our programs. That's the reason we discussed about operators first. Now, let us move to the next topic today, control statements. Up to now, whatever the programs we have written, like rectangle program or circle program or student program, every line of the program is getting executed. Now we want to execute some statements only when the condition is true. We want to execute some statements only when the condition is false. We want to execute some statements repeatedly for some number of times. That means you want to control the flow of execution of program. When you want to control the flow of execution of program, then we make use of control statements. You can select these statements are used to control the flow of execution of program. These statements are for purpose to control the flow of execution of program. And we are having some types of control statements. They are if statement, or you can say if else statement, then switch statement, while loop, do while loop, and for loop, and even two more, break and continue. Okay, so today we'll be discussing about if statement, and in the next class I'll be going with the switch statement, and after that I'll be explaining our first Java program. We have discussed about first Java program, so I'll be elaborating each and every word of that first program. Then the next day we'll go with while loop and do while loop, and one more day we discuss for loop. Okay, with that we'll be closing our basics part. So next 3 more classes we'll close basics. Then we'll start off with arrays. Arrays will take 2 classes. Then after that, main topic of Java, object oriented programming. That's the base for our Java. So today let us start off with if statement, or you can even say if else statement. The use of if statement is, it is used to check a condition, and if the condition is true, it is going to execute some set of statements. If the condition is false, it is going to execute the statements present in else part. So the use is, it is used to execute the set of statements when the condition is true. When the condition is true. If the condition is false, then it will execute the set of statements present in else part. Let me elaborate this with the syntax. Here we use a keyword if and we check a condition. Then open and close curly brace means what statements comes under if condition. So when you are having multiple, we use curly braces. To represent a block of statements, we use curly brace. Then we go with the set of statements. Statement 1, statement 2, like that, statement n. Then we use again one more keyword else. Again we go with the set of statements. Statement 1, statement 2, like that, statement n. Now, in this, if this condition is true, this set of statements will get executed. And if this condition is false, this set of statements will get executed. Simple. Now, we are having some important points on if statement. For if, else is optional means whenever we write the if statement here, should we write here else compulsory means no, it is optional. Syntactically, whatever the points I'm writing, it's all syntax rules. Then for else, if is mandatory. So if I'm writing else means there should be compulsory if. Without period if, we cannot write else. Then, if curly braces are not used, what is the meaning of curly brace? See here, after if you can see curly brace, after else also you can see curly brace. If curly braces are not used, then it considers only one statement. Means for one statement using curly brace is optional. For having only one statement, using curly brace is optional. Let me elaborate with an example. If you take a number n1 equal to 10 and one more variable n2 is 5. Out of these two, we want to know which is big. Then we have to compare like this. If n1 greater than n2, then if the condition is true, we'll say big equal to the value of n1. Else, we'll say big equal to the value of n2. Then how the output will come here? 10 greater than 5, true condition. Then it will print big equal to the value of n1, which is 10 here. Now, if you take the same example, and if you make n2 as 15, 10 greater than 15 false. If it is false, it will come to else and prints big equal to n2 value, which is 15. And since there is only one statement under if and else, so using curly brace is what? Optional. Even if I use, it's not a mistake. Clear everyone about if condition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let us do some example programs using if. Write a program to check whether the given number is even or odd. When can we say a number is even?
When a remainder is 0.
When the remainder is 0 means?
Like,
With what number we should divide?
Divide by 2.
Right. When we divide the number by 2, then if the remainder is 0, then we say even, else odd. So which operator is used to give the remainder?
modular.
Percentile.
Modulus, percentile symbol, modulus operator. So let us write the code now. Even odd dot java. So what we have to do to write the program, we have to open Eclipse. So in the last classes I discussed Eclipse. Soumya, go through that if you are not having idea, and I've shown how to download and install also. It's very simple. Okay, Soumya.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Open Eclipse. Then let me close the previous programs. You can just right click and say close all. Then, so in the last class I have created a project, my project. In this, whenever you want to create a new Java program, simply right click on the project and say new class. Then give the name of the class, the file name even odd. Then to run a Java program we require main method. So if you just keep check mark to main method here, it is going to create a class even odd with main method inside like this. It's going to create a class even odd with main method inside. Now in this program, how many numbers we should accept from user? Only one number, right? We should accept only one number. Now whenever you want to accept some data from user, we have to make use of scanner class. So this is similar to scanner function of C language. So create object of scanner class. Scanner is equal to new scanner and connect to keyboard. System.in means keyboard. Now whenever we use scanner class, we are getting error. So above the class we should import what? Whenever we want to use scanner, we have to import java.util package like this. Import java.util, then only we can use scanner class in our program. Now go with the message to the user. Enter a number. So whenever we want to display a message, we use system.out.println. Then accept the number. Int n equal to s.next. So whenever you want to read an integer value from keyboard, by using the object of scanner, we have to call which method? NextInt to read an integer value. Now once we read the number, now we have to check whether this number is divisible by 2 or not. How to check? If n mod 2. When you divide n with 2, if the remainder is 0, then we'll go with the message to the user even. We'll go with the message to the user even. Else, we'll go with the message to the user odd. Like example, if you take the number as 4, what is 4 mod 2? When we divide 4 with 2, the remainder is 0. So condition is true, then we'll go with the message even. If you take the number as 5, 5 mod 2, 5 mod 2 is what? 1. 1 equal to 0? No. Then comes to else part and displays the message odd. Here, run this code by clicking here. It will ask a number, we'll say 5, then it will say odd. If you run the code again, if you say 4, it will go with message even. Clear everyone, this code?
Yes.
Now, let us go with one more concept here, nested if. The meaning of nested if within if is called as nested if. If within if is called as what? Nested if. When you want to check more number of conditions, we go for nested if. And the syntax goes like this. We use if and we go with a condition. Let me give the number 1 so that you feel easy to understand. If condition 1 is true, we'll execute some set of statements. If condition 1 is false, then we'll come to else part and we check one more condition here. We check one more condition, 2. If condition 2 is true, we'll execute some set of statements. If condition 2 is false, again we'll come to else part and check one more condition. Like that, how many conditions we want to check? We can check condition 3. If condition 3 is true, Again we execute some set of statements. Else, the last else. Then other set of statements. Means the last else will get executed. The last else will get executed when all these three conditions are false here. Let us understand more with an example. Program to check whether the given number is positive, negative, or 0. Positive, negative, or 0. When can we say a number is positive?
If it is greater than 0.
Very good. If it is greater than 0, positive. When can we say negative?
Less than 0.
Less than 0. If it is not positive, not negative, then directly we can say 0. Right? Let us write the code. Check number dot java. Now, open Eclipse. Whenever you want to create new program, simply right click on project and say new class. Check number with main method inside. Say finish. Now create object of scanner. S equal to new scanner. Connect to keyboard. Now let us see one more way of importing scanner now. The one more way is keyboard shortcut. The keyboard shortcut is we have to press Ctrl Shift O. Ctrl Shift O and press enter key. See here it has selected java.util.scanner. Press enter key. The respective import will happen automatically. So what is the point here? Shortcut to import packages. That is Ctrl Shift O. There. Now accept a number. Go with the message. Enter a number. We'll say int n equal to s dot next int. After accepting number, you check whether it is greater than 0, like this. If the number greater than 0, then we'll go with the message positive. Else, can we say negative directly? No, because it may be 0 also. That's the reason. Again, we have to check the condition. If n less than 0, then we'll go with the message negative. Else means not positive, not negative. Then directly without comparing, we can directly say 0. Now run the code. If I take the number as 5, it will go with message positive. If you run the code again, if you say -5, negative, and if you run the code again, if you say 0, then 0. Clear everyone? This check number code?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, one more example, let us take. Write a program to find biggest of given 3 numbers. If you take 3 numbers like n1, n2 and n3, when can we say n1 is big?
N1 is greater than N2 and N1 is greater than N3.
Right. If n1 is greater than n2 and even n1 is greater than n3, then we say n1 is big. When can we say n2 is big? Same
N2
principle,
greater
right?
than N1. Yeah, same.
Same. If n2 greater than n1 and n2 greater than n3, then we say n2 is big. And if you know that n1 and n2 are not big, you know that n1 and n2 are not big, then can we say directly n3 is big?
Yes.
Yes, right? Then we write the same code now. Big3 dot java. Open Eclipse. Right click on project and say new class big3 with main method. There. Now create object of scanner. Connect to keyboard. Now, let us say one more way of importing scanner now. One more way. Now, go with the message directly. Enter 3 numbers. Now, write int n1 equal to, see now one more way of importing int n1 equal to, by using scanner class object, if you call the method nextInt, then see automatically the import will happen. This is not only for scanner class, any class you take in Java, by using object of the class, if you access any member, the respective import will happen automatically. Take the other numbers. Now start comparing. If n1 greater than n2 and, see, while reading only we can easily know, and we have to use two and symbols, and n1 greater than n3. If n1 greater than n2 and if n1 greater than n3, then which one is big? N1. So go with the message big equal to n1. Then else. Coming to else means n1 is not big. If n1 is big, it would have printed here only. Since n1 is not big, then we are coming to else. That indicates we are left out only with two numbers. That is if n2 greater than n3. If n2 greater than n3. You need not compare n2 with n1 again. If you compare, it's not a mistake at all, no problem, but not required at all. If n2 greater than n3, then we'll go with message big equal to the value of n2. Else, which indicates n1 is not big and even n2 is also not big, then without comparing, directly we can say big equal to n3. Now if you run the code, it is asking to 3 numbers. I'll say 12, 18 and 16. It's going to pull out the big value. Clear everyone? How to make use of if condition?
Yes.
Is anyone having any questions?
So why we don't have to write n1 in like the second if?
Why n2 is not getting compared with n1?
Yeah.
Right? So if this condition is false, then only it will come to else part. Agree?
Yeah.
Then that indicates if condition is true, it would have taken n1 as big, right?
Right.
Then coming to else indicates n1 is not big. Agree?
Yeah.
Then what is the need of comparing with n1 once again? So
okay,
you need not compare it. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Now let me go with the assignment to you. Write a program to check whether the given age is major or minor. So when can we say the age is major? Greater than or equal to 18. If the given age is less than 0, then display invalid age. If I give the age a negative value, then go with what? The message invalid age. Write a program to check whether the given year is leap year or not. Write a program to find biggest of given three numbers using conditional operator. I've shown how to do with if condition, but same program you should do with what? Conditional operator. So in this third program, you should not use if condition at all. We have to use conditional operator. Then, if you are doing fourth question means you are good with if. Write a program to accept item number, item name, rate and quantity. Find price. What's the formula? Rate into quantity. Up to here, I've given in the last assignment. Now, based on the same program, let us enhance. calculate discount as follows. We need to calculate the discount. That is, if the value of price what you got, if it is greater than or equal to 1000 and less than 2000, if the price value falls between 1000 and less than 2000, then discount is 10% on price. How much discount you are giving? 10%. Then how will you write the code in syntactically? How to write the program syntactically? If price greater than or equal to 1000 and means this symbol, and again we should say price less than 2000, then discount is how much percent? 10%. 10% means 10 by 100. 10 by 100 means 0.10 into price. This is the way we should calculate the discount. Now, if the price is greater than or equal to 2000 and less than 3000, then discount is 15% on price. If price greater than or equal to 3000 and less than 5000, discount is 20% on price. If price greater than or equal to 5000 and less than, greater than or equal to 5000, after 5000 whatever it may be, the maximum discount is 25%. Then calculate net price. What is the formula to calculate net price? Price minus discount will give the net price. Then display item number, item name, price, discount and net price. Clear with the task, all of you, the fourth one?
Yes.
Okay. So try to do this one, then you will be totally clear with if conditions. Is anyone having any questions?